Hello, everybody. How's it going? My name is Klaus. This is my house, and today we're going to be building here at the National Park Visitors Center. So, more or less, I've gone and cleared this out. We're not going to worry too much about the house. I basically just cleaned it up as best I could. And yeah, for the most part, I think what we're going to do is start up here at the top and work our way down, as that is typically the easiest way to go about these things. As far as picking an exact way to start, I'm going to admit I am not 100% sure. I actually had attempted to do this before over in that parking lot section that's being blocked by this house right now. And things went decently. I'm not going to sit back and say that they went well. Um, More or less, we were able to do our stuff, but other than that, didn't really go all that great. Um, Now, for whatever reason, I'm definitely sure we were. Well, I shouldn't say we. I was trying to build some watchtowers that I thought would be pretty sick, but they ended up not really working out all that well, and kind of had to sacrifice because of that. I was trying to do like barn fortressy type stuff, and I really, really, really wanted to get ourselves some. There we go. I wanted to give ourselves um, some sort of watchtower that wasn't obnoxiously large or anything like that. That just kind of ended up not ever culminating in anything. So it's unfortunate, but kind of is the way of the world when it comes to Fallout. Maybe the best thing to do here is to not do that. Maybe if we could. What was it snapping to here? Ah, interesting. Okay, yeah, we're not going for anything like that. Hmm. Shack bridge. There we go. Ah, okay, I've got it. Yeah, we're still a little bit above, but this is looking like it's going to cause some issues for us. All things considered, we are not floating, so that's really, really nice. And we'll probably add some more supports in the future. No real reason to go about it right now. We have plenty of time to figure out exactly what we would like to do and where we would like to do it. I should mention that I do have the Place Anywhere mod turned on right now. So that is something to be mindful of. If I were to then take this. Yeah, not bad. Okay. And then this now should be well above. There we go. And this makes me just feel that much better about what we're doing. All in all, whenever we can kind of break little barriers like that, I'm happy. No real reason to go out all the way, just because we wouldn't be able to put a wall there, and that would really open ourselves to all the traffic coming down that way. Now, it's always a good idea to check the floats, and looks like we have some here. That's perfectly okay. We also have some there. So what we're going to do is we're going to replace those particular instances, yeah, with stuff like that. So let's go ahead and we can go back to our barn section. We're going to go to miscellaneous, and we're going to grab our fancy little support guys. Now, I do like the fact that these were added in. I think this is a long time coming with this type of stuff. And this is probably old news to a lot of you who are watching other YouTubers build. And I do, I guess, apologize for getting to this so late. But still, Why is that one wanting to go back over that? Whatever, doesn't really matter. But yeah, this is definitely such an overdue feature. Really, really is. And I've been kind of complaining on my own terms for some time about this. Things looking like they're floating, and then basically at this point, we no longer have to take those little trash walkways that people don't walk on anyway, and trying to put them up under everything. It's just going to make life so much easier. So I'm really, really thankful. We aren't that far off the ground over here, so I want to add some more of this type of structure. I would imagine that we're going to be floating a little bit here. No, we're not actually, which is perfectly okay. Even if we were just a tad, it makes me think that we don't need to add so many of these supports, especially because we're basically supported on that side now. If we were to do that, we would still be floating. So basically everything over this way starts floating, and we'll probably end up actually coming down instead of using more supports. That would probably end up being the best option, not the only one, but it is what it is. Let's see how much more we can get out over this way without floating out of the ground. We could look into the barn stairs, at least in a temporary way, because these have a nice snapping feature to them as well. So it really, really helps out. I mean, as cheesy as some of the barn stuff is, in particular, some of the, let me up, um, like the overdue features and blah 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 blah. It really does have a lot of stuff that helps out, like this, for instance. Now, I think we can go and change this to the wooden stairs now, because they should be the same size. They are not the same size. Arguably, they are roughly the same size. But you know what? Maybe some railings would be bad. So let's go back and put those there. I do like the fact that these came with seemingly many, many more pieces than the concrete counterpart. I will say, just to me, it almost seems like Wasteland Workshop was a bit of a waste and not so much a workshop, if that makes any sort of sense. Just nothing in that DLC really stuck out to me and said, you know what, this is really useful, or this is game-changing in any way. Again, these are my personal opinions. Probably borderline ranting about it at this point, but I am very, very satisfied with what we have received in this DLC. I will say that. Okay, so we could go down that way. We could take it this way. This is maybe slightly more problematic. I don't want to have to do the same thing that we did over here, though, where we pull out this little bit and then bring it down. That, to me, I feel like if I overuse it, becomes an issue in and of itself. So we can do something like this, maybe. And with that, we can just snap a floor to the bottom of it. Maybe even get this side. Yeah, that's not going to help us out now, is it? Well, you know what? Since we are experimenting, I can use the other stairs since those are longer ones. And hopefully they don't come down too far. I'll just do that. And in the middle, just a tad too much. There, we can do something like that, maybe. Just a little bit more. Can't really go in the middle over there. It would have been nice to get cleared through, and then we could have definitely done the middle with absolutely no issues at all. But It is what it is. Let's see. Kind of don't like what we've stuck ourselves into. Now we could do something like this and leave it as an outdoor area. So we kind of have these indoor areas. I don't know, something over this way maybe. You know what? That was a mistake. I should keep those there and then just add supports for one floor over. And I do, again, have place everywhere, so that's why I'm able to do this stuff. If you're on PC, this is perfectly capable. You as a PC player are perfectly capable of doing this. Now, if you're not, that is a different story. This is actually running from a modified executable. So it's just an FYI. It is the Fallout 4 script extender. So just again, a heads up. If you are on PC, you can do this. If not, then you probably can't. I'm not going to say for certain, because they have been releasing mods and all sorts of wonderful things like that. So it is very, very possible that you might be capable of doing this. I think this is a particularly bad idea now that I'm looking at it another time. We just wouldn't have any sort of way to block off anyone from just walking right down there onto this path. So probably shouldn't go about doing that. Now we could keep doing this, and I think this is like a really nice large deck area. Overall, I think we can do some pretty neat stuff. All right. And the other nice thing is that they put them right, like just right below. So it's not fighting with the texture when you put them through like that or anything, which is really, really good news for me. I sometimes can't stand when the textures start fighting. Just something about it. Just something about it I can't stand. All in all, though, I think this is coming along pretty well. So let's go ahead and start dropping some of this stuff in if we can. We'll grab this guy and we'll just flip him in. There we go. All right. So not a bad little patio area by any means. Everything is nicely supported. And I wonder here, what are the chances? Not very good. Chances are not very good. So very, very close. I think it's actually the exact right length. Darn it. But we went up a little bit. So these guys are just misaligned, like just barely. All right, which is perfectly okay. That was more of an afterthought, so I'm not super worried about that not working out. As far as secondary paths that we can take, I think this is going to be kind of a nice area in and of itself for them to do things. Ooh, a little close there. And this is going to also be like a nice little lookout spot. We can probably end up putting some guard posts or something up here, maybe some turrets, something like that. And then I think these guys are also going to deserve something nice over in that area. Oddly enough, I'm finding it's just there's something weird about these settlements in Far Harbor. They're kind of nice. They're open. But as far as like, I almost think they're like too open. I don't know if that makes sense. It probably doesn't make sense at all. People are like, oh my god, open space, it's great. You can build whatever you want. It's somewhat is nice, but it's also kind of a pain. When you can get an open space like this, how do you know, it's one of those weird things. You just, it can be difficult. Actually having good thoughts about this right now. Before, I was definitely not. I actually did an entire 2 hours building in here before I went and did this, and I got to tell you, I was not a happy camper at the end of it. I built this whole thing out. I built some stuff over there. I had an idea, and then I went to go build some watchtowers, and they were just the shittiest things in the world. And I pretty much lost it. I will admit it. I don't lose it often in this game, but I lost it, and I deleted all those videos. But it's just so difficult. But I think I have an idea on how to remedy some of my issues from before, and for that, I would like to attempt, at least before the end of this video, to go ahead and try and address some of the issues that I was having. Now, I think it would be a good idea if I could get up in here. You don't need to get too far up in there. Oh yeah, get the hell out of there. I just want to kind of line these things up. Just a little bit. And that's a decent line. What does that look like? That's probably as good as I'm gonna get it. And it's only slightly above. Come on, come on. I would like it to be more kind of cleanly aligned than above. Alright, so let's do this. And see what we can kind of get ourselves. And I guess we are touching that light, so let's get the hell out of dodge with that bad boy. And are we floating? No, we are not. Not quite yet. Borderline. Borderline, borderline, borderline. Alright, just want to get back up on top here. And more or less, the strategy here is going to be born somewhat out of something like this. I don't know if that is too low. We're about to find out. We are really about to find out. Alright, so that's cool. But what we're going to do is we're going to do shit like this. Ah, you son of a bitch. It's so nice to have that middle snap, but at the same time, it can be painful when it doesn't want to work out exactly. You know what? I've also seen some other things with like doing that. I mean, this seems like it could. Well, actually, I think that does work. Oh shit. Alright, maybe we do that on this other side. I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know. We could have this kind of upper wall. We'll make ourselves some watchtowers to kind of look over this area. Maybe what we do is we actually have a break. Turn that shit off. Maybe we have a break right here and we let the people in right through there. So we'll just open that for now, and we'll see what we're going to do. And let's just go ahead and keep doing this. I do like how it kind of wants to snap. Just like that. I have no idea why it wants to do exactly that, but it totally does. I wonder. We could probably make a little bit of a landing area now that I'm thinking about it. Can we clean up any of this? We can't. It's not necessarily a problem, though. We could always do some other interesting things over here. kind of interested in why that works. Well, you know what? I'll hand it to him there. This is pretty sweet how they'll let you basically build through all this. Now we can't do much about some of these plants, but that's okay. Not super worried about that, to be honest with you. I'm just finding this absolutely enthralling. How we're able to literally just kind of make this our own right here. I don't know how much luck we're going to actually have when we try and put stuff in the sides of that, but, you know, I think we can live with it. Wow. Wow, this went a lot smoother than the first time. In fact, I love how it's letting us do that now. And this might be the answer, even, to some of this stuff. I wonder if we can see that down from the bottom. But oh, but it's so perfect. It just doesn't even matter. And then I guess we can only store that, so that's fine. Wow. To be honest, this is extremely neat. I should have done this before. And I was just bitching about these settlements like not 2 seconds ago. I mean, I definitely think that some of the vanilla settlements were just more straightforward when I was thinking about how to go about building them. But these are... These have these weird hidden gems. I'm not gonna lie. That's what I'm calling this. This is a hidden gem. This is definitely a hidden gem. Because who would have known, unless you were just throwing shit down, that these weird behaviors were coming from the new building materials. Yeah. Okay. What does that look like here? Looks pretty damn good. Jeez. That's floating. We're going to leave this the way it is. But everything else is looking really, really, really good. That fog rolling in. No big deal. Alright. Kind of hoping we can pull it up above these trees here. And if that's the case, we can really just go fucking ham on it. And like, little did I know this was going to come up right to the fuck. Oh my god. Alright, we just need to find another spot where it's going to let us pick it up. And we're going to be set. There we go, I think this is it. Oh my god, it's like so close to getting done with those plants. But this is even better. Just to be able to lift these up is worth it. Just to get us some more distance off of that rock. Really, really crazy behavior, but I'm loving it. I am absolutely loving it. We did cut into the house a little bit. I don't think that's too much of an issue, at least from what I can see. We should be perfectly fine. But this is just a great way to ensure that nobody is going to be able to really surpass what we've done. God, God, all these builds are going to be so ridiculous. Especially now that I know this. Watch out, Wasteland. Klaus is coming. Alright. I mean, it'd be even nicer if I could get one more area where that works. Does this float? Do we see it floating? We see it floating. Okay, that's perfectly fine. I wonder if I could bring this down. It's kind of like all or nothing with that one. I don't know. Does that? There we go. That seems like it works. Yeah, this could be a separate issue. Little bit of difference. I think we can be happy and just leave it like that. All in all, it's not going to hurt us, so why worry about it? Now, if I recall correctly, we should also be able to get lucky and maybe have... Nah, there's no diagonal pieces. So we would have to go over to the middle floors for that, and or the concrete stuff. I don't know how much I'm game for that. This over here though is actually going to look pretty nice, I think, and especially if we can use these the barn roofs as like a ramp or whatever, that would be super awesome. I don't know how lucky we're going to be able to get with that, though. Kind of looks like it doesn't want to go, but if we were to, I don't know, force it. Force it. Force it. It wouldn't be that bad. If only you could really force it down there. Which I suppose is okay that you can't. Alright. I mean, I would use the position stuff, but it seems like such a risk to me. How does that one look? Not... so close, yet so far away. It's almost exactly what I wanted. Here we go. We take this one. Just move it down. Ever so slightly. Okay. And then just ignore that one, ignore that one, ignore that, ignore that. Be my friend. In fact, you can ignore this one, and you can ignore that. I just want you to snap. Perfect. I mean, that's what we need right there. So we're freaking golden. We're so set, it's ridiculous. All right, let's do that. Let's do that. Let's do that. In fact, we don't need that one. Not that one. Back to the barn. I wonder if these floors have done this since like the beginning of time. I just haven't noticed it. Yeah, no reason. No reason to really do that. We could come straight across here actually, and try and do that. Oh, you know you wanted to do it. You know you wanted to. Oh, oh ho 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 ho. Oh, oh ho ho. I mean, I'm kind of wasting draws for no real reason other than the fact that this really appeases my sense of being able to exert my will upon the world around me. As crazy as that sounds, that is how I'm feeling right now. All right. Well, let's finish up with these wonderful, wonderful posts. God, I love. Have I ever told you guys how much I love this game? And how much I just, Bethesda surprises me every goddamn time. They surprise the shit out of me. Just can't take it anymore. All right, so this might be something worth defending, maybe a little bit better. Maybe we put some sort of something over there. I don't know at the moment, but I do, however, really like this. I think we find the right shape. Get this on the right path. I know that you would want to go here. All it's going to take is... Yes, that. I also find that interesting how things are so visually affected. Like, if you can see it in the game, it will most likely work out for you. And we can do that, and then see that, which is perfect. And we can just kind of do this sort of deal. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Ah! There we go. Now, actually, this is probably even better to get rid of that shit over there. Pull it up like that. Pull this one up like that. Oops. And that one too. Great. Great, great, great. Now, what I'm thinking here is that we go ahead, and I should probably fix this weather again. 2B52A. Boom. All right, we are free and clear, baby. All right. Do some of that. And this is really what we're going to be looking at over here. Perfect. All right, and then we can go ahead and do some more of that. As long as we can walk on it, yep, we can. I'm going to accept it. All right, so that's pretty sweet to me. All right. Happy camper right here. Happy camper right here. Awesome. Is it? It's not. Well, I definitely have time to think about it. This might actually be something that's better served a little bit lower. In fact, instead of getting on it up here, yeah, what we do is that does actually bother me a little bit. What we can do is simple. We're going to use the old stairs that will literally clip into anything because they're amazing. Is that how we want to do it? We could do it right here. Have this one come up. We have a little walkway over here. Getting all our stuff done. Everything's all hunky-dory. And then over here is actually where we're going to do our getting up, getting down onto that level. Perfect. So it's still a little bit protected over here, especially if we put up some fencing along the way there. They can get over here. This can be like another spot where we have something security-wise, like a guard post or turrets or something like that, watching this main gate. And then over here, that's when you can really start trying to make your way into other parts of the settlement. Now, I would still like to actually connect these, so that's probably what I'm going to attempt to do next episode. But that is going to be for a later date. So I hope that you have enjoyed this episode. If you have, please let me know down below in the comments section. Otherwise, have a great day, great night, whatever it is to you. And next time you see me, be back here at the National Park Visitor Center.